talking to Ish, and he said that you always had the confidence, and it just like once your first shot kind of fell through, it looked like things just a lot of other things started to click for you. Did you feel like that was the case in your Monday game?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, everybody knows I was struggling to hit a shot those first 2 games, and I mean, one thing that just didn't faze me is that everybody believed in me. The coaches, they told me every day that keep shooting, man. Like, we've seen you do this 1,000 times. My teammates mad at me after one game talking about I passed up some shots even though I was missing a lot. They're like, man, we see you shoot that every day. Man, shoot the ball. So, I mean, when everybody around me trusts my work, and especially when I trust my work, I'm going to just go out there and continue to be me.
Shooting aside, it just really seemed like things kind of slowed down for you Monday. Would you agree with that? It kind of felt a little bit more comfortable in all areas?
Yeah, I mean, as we continue to get deeper in the season, I'm for sure going to get more comfortable, but that's always kind of been my game. I just needed to get back to that, just being comfortable on the floor, just playing and being who I am, really.
How nice does it to feel like you are back to who you are?
I mean, it's great. I mean, it just opens up so much more opportunities for the team. I feel like it's not even really about me. It's just making sure that I can come in and make an impact for everybody else.
Jaland, after Jacksonville on Friday, there's a stretch of, I think, 5 straight against Power 5 opponents. How do you avoid looking ahead to those games and stay focused on the task at hand?
We don't really look forward to those games. We look forward to the one that we're playing this week, our next matchup. We don't like to look too far ahead because our most important game of the season is the next one that we play. So we don't look past that because we never want to disrespect our opponent like that. We need to focus on our game one at a time.
I know you just said you don't look ahead, but it's got to be exciting for you, knowing that in a couple of days you get to play at the Barclays Center. That's got to be something. When the schedule came out, you had to have had that one circled, right?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we definitely have it in the back of our heads. I mean, we know what we're about to go do and places we're gonna go, but like we talk to each other every day, and we're just solely focused on this game against Jacksonville.
You ever played in an NBA arena before?
I have not. I've only been able to work out, so I'm very excited to play there.
You ever been away from family on Thanksgiving?
No, they're actually coming up to.
Oh, is that really?
Yeah, they're coming up there, so I will be with my family.
How cool is that going to be for you, for them to get to see you play in an NBA arena for a D1 team? That's got to be awesome.
That's going to be amazing. I'm happy for them, but I know they're like super happy.
In terms of adjusting to college basketball from high school, what have been some of the big surprises to you about the teams you play so far and how they've challenged you?
I mean, I've kind of expected what to look forward to in the college basketball world, but I mean, I knew coming in everybody's a lot stronger, everything's faster, players are a lot longer. So I mean, now it's just making sure that I really hone in on my skills and know what to do at the right times. And you can't play lackadaisical at this level anymore. Like, everything is just really straight on, hard on, and you have to be ready for that.
Jaland, your coach talked about how today at practice he showed a clip of Will kind of defending like 4 different spots on the floor. As a younger guy and seeing someone who's kind of been through as much as he has been around as long as he has, I mean, what kind of impression does that make on you?
It makes a huge impression. I mean, Will is that one guy that's always uplifting us, always saying something positive. When Will has something to say, we all listen because he's the definition of buying in. He's been in here a lot. He's gone through a lot of different things, a lot of injuries. So seeing Will every day in practice fight as hard as he can, and then going out in the game, proving what he's been waiting for, it's just amazing because then it gives us all energy. And he's coming off the bench, so I mean he's that really spark plug for us on the defensive end, and he really uplifts everybody when he does that.
When you and Bub are on the floor at the same time, how do you balance your roles with each other? Because both of you guys can handle the ball, both of you guys can operate the offense, and both of you guys can shoot. Does that make some complications as far as who has what role on what play, or do you guys have sets where you know exactly what you're doing?
No, we have no complications at all. I mean, I love when I'm on the floor with Bub or Ish. I mean, it's just great having that other guard that can really do something with you on that court. And we have no problems. We know what to get in. We know how to run plays for each other, what spots to be in. It's just, we've been around basketball enough to really work with each other.
Do you feel like the two of you have maybe a stronger rapport because you're freshmen and because you guys maybe have had some work together a little bit more because of that coming in together?
It might be. I mean, we're pretty close. I mean, that's my roommate right there. But at the end of the day, we're basketball players. We know what to do, how to do it, help each other out. It's just a good balance of everything.
All right. What kind of roommate is Bub?
Bub's a great roommate. He's really clean. Like he keeps his stuff together. I mean, he'll be lackadaisical sometimes, but he's a loud one. He's the one in the apartment that come in your room. What's up? What we doing? But nah, Bub's great.
You're a coach's son, correct?
Yes, sir.
So do you still get pointers from Coach Dad every now and then, or has he kind of stepped back a little bit and let Jeff really take control here?
Of course he gives pointers. I mean, as a dad, I feel like, not even as a coach, as a dad, you want to just instill something, like just try and uplift your son or a little bit or give him a little pointer here and there. But I mean, my dad being a coach, I mean, he understands a lot in this game. And since I've been to college, he hasn't actually given me too much pointers. I feel like he's instilled a lot in me since I've gone onto campus and before, growing up in high school and all of that before. So he's being more repetitive now instead of just trying to instill more stuff. So he's being a lot more just dad, and just when he's coach mode, I know he'll say some things every now and then, but I mean, we have that great relationship, so I'm good with that.
A lot of coaches have their sayings, their trademarks. What are some of the cliches from your dad when he's coaching you or other people that he emphasizes?
I mean, the one I can just, the thing is, my dad, he doesn't say too much. I can just know. So if, like in high school, if he's at my games, he stands most of the times. But if he sits somewhere, it's in one spot in every gym. But sometimes I try not to look at my dad a lot, especially in high school. So sometimes I would glance over, he'll be looking at me, and I just know what he's thinking. It's like, be more aggressive, or you're not doing this. And I mean, it's something that I know what to do, and I know that I'm not doing at the time. So he's not a man of too many words, but when you get that look from him, you'll know.
Jaland, you've been one of the first guys off the bench in these first few games. What do you do during those first few minutes as you try to read the game and see how it's unfolding before you go in?
Yeah, I mean, just being there on the bench, I mean, I try and just scout everything to look forward to when I get into the game, see how they're playing ball screens, their man coverage, see what is open on offense. I mean, it's you can do a lot of things from just sitting there watching the game for a couple minutes, just seeing how everything unfolds.
Making the transition from high school to major college basketball, I'm sure everybody that comes in here was a scorer. How much have you felt from Jeff Capel the emphasis on defense and finding a role, whatever the role is going to be? How much have you seen that maybe be part of the transition?
I mean, he's huge on that. I mean, he told me what it was going to be like when recruiting me, how he wanted me to play, how I fit in the system. So knowing that and him just repeating it every day to us, it's not that hard to really find my role and be that guy on defense who can help out or things like that. I mean, I already know he tells us every day, so I know what to expect.
Jalen, I mean, I've seen you at a lot of volleyball games this year. What's it been like watching the team? And obviously a big game this Saturday, so will you be there?
I will be there. I mean, they're fun to watch. I know the two freshmen on the team, but it's really fun to watch volleyball. I mean, that's I did not know from being a down south kid that Pitt's volleyball in the last couple of years has been really, really good. So when I came here and I found that out, I had to be there. And they're just really fun to watch, and the crowd's amazing, and they're just really good.